Hello, 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 and welcome back to the basement farm. Here we are, first thing in the morning. It is the 2nd of summer. Off camera, just as a quick note, I have activated all the mods and download content that I had loaded, just for a bit of variety when we're doing other farmers' jobs. And also done 2 big jobs, most notably Field 20 in the right middle and 31 in the bottom right, which paid us fairly handsomely, but I won't bother you with too much of those. Oh no, I did 31 on camera, didn't I? Which was the other one then? Probably 5 and 20, so that's bumped our stock up nicely, and we are ready to think about purchasing our next field. We can see our own fields here have also grown up and ready for harvest, but we will do those later. We have one field still at its final growth stage over there. That needs a final fertiliser spray, which I will be doing today. But first of all, let's check on the state of our target field, which was number 8, which is up there. I shall zoom into that if I can. There we go, centre of the map. Everyone I know. So we can see it holds some barley, which will be quite nice. It is, well, it needs ploughing, but we're not too worried about that. And it is showing as yellow, which is ready to harvest, which is quite a sensible time to head on up there in our harvester, and completely forgot what we were saying. Buy it and then harvest it while we're there. Normally, I wouldn't really be taking a harvester on the road. It's not far. They're the back roads. Is it in there? It is not. There is a place we should... Oh, there you go. Header trailers is what I was looking for. You wouldn't want to take a big wide thing on the road for now. It's early morning. We've beaten the rush hour. So, let's go up in our harvester on the road. It's only 6:45 in the morning. There shouldn't really be anyone about. Our speed isn't great. It's only up around the corner. We're not heading down to the old road rage highway there. No one coming up. No one coming down. We'll be grand. There we go. So we're recording in hopefully some... Check where we are on the road there. Much better. We're recording in hopefully higher definition for you, so that should be nice. I've got a new microphone, which is why my voice sounds different, or in theory sounds different. I'm not yet using the keyboard. I want to play around with the setup that I have before I start trying to record with it, so maybe in the ones next week. Whilst we're driving, it's the summer holidays here in the UK, so my recording time is somewhat restricted by actual parenting rather than just, hey, watch me do some farming. But normal service will resume in a couple of weeks. I'll try and keep up the schedule as much as I can, but I can't really promise anything. I think I've also managed to pick up a cheeky steering wheel. We'll see how that works with the keyboard, if it works with the keyboard. Let's see which setup's best. I'll report back on that one. In the meantime, our target field is just up here. We should have plenty of, thanks to those big jobs off camera that I didn't really want to bore you with. There she is, all that golden barley. Plenty of cash to buy it with. A bit left over for our running costs as well. What I'm really planning on doing is getting it sown with grass pretty quickly, so we can build the sheep, so we can continue to feed the sheep. Have a quick look at how the sheep are doing. I think in the meantime, for now, let's just jump out to there. So yes, urgency-wise, the sheep are... Well, their health is climbing, which is quite nice. Their wool is going along very nicely. That'll provide some income as well. They're pretty clean. They're starting to get in need of some hay and some grass. But we'll figure that out when it has grown, I'm sure. It won't take too long. So, let's just buy our field. We've only gone halfway up his lycometer, but let's just get going anyway. Let's buy that. Thank you very much. And that is how you buy a new field. Simple. So we've got 9,000 left, which isn't too bad, given that we should get some barley here from, there we go, from harvesting. So there we are. What I think I will do is pop this on a worker. There we go. Chugging along nicely. I'll pop this on a worker because, let's hop out of the way. At some point, we'll get some straw out of it as well. How nice. Well, there we go. I will pop that on a worker. We're going to need a trailer and to empty it with. I think it's going to be more than one load in there. And then I'll take a trip down to the store in that very tractor to pick up the baler. I don't know if we'll make our money back particularly on that field, but we've got our own ones to harvest as well, so we'll do those when that harvest is finished. Bale everything all together, which will make a much more cost-efficient way of doing it. Oh, it's a long way back, you know. There is a teleport button, but that seems a bit harsh. We would probably have got someone to take us back. But here we are. I think I will set our worker putting the final fertilizer on this field here as well. In fact, let's call him. Mr. Worker, you're required. Ah, and he gave us a lift back as well. Isn't that nice? Okay, so we'll set off in our... Oops, that was entirely not the right button. We will set off in our sprayer, get that going, take one of our other tractors down to the other field, up to the other field rather. With the trailers. I'll take both trailers up. It should lessen what we need to do. So there we go. So we're coming up, and with our 2 fields ready to harvest of our own, we're coming up to earning money season. Let's turn that on, get it going. There we go. So you, my friend, can keep on working. That's why we pay you. And we will jump out. I'm not in the way, don't complain. Let's get off the crop, take our trailers up, and go and investigate what we can do with regards to a baler. Having done some experimenting in my other save, in my normal game rather than the broadcast game, you can get round bales and square bales. Round bales are, let's go with tricky in terms of stacking, shall we? I'm not the best at it, but I do give it a good shot. That shot, however, often ends up with bales rolling all over the place. So who really needs that? Not too many people, I wouldn't say. There we go. And we've all seen what my reversing is like. Do we have much barley in stock? We have quite a bit, so I think when everybody's filled up, or steady, that's what happens when you go too quick. When everybody's filled up, we'll have a look at the prices, see what they're doing, and okie dokie, let's go and drop these off. Up at the field so we can ship them back. Yeah. So, that is what an exciting day it's going to be. workers coming back down there already. That's the problem when you buy a field that's further away from your farm. A lot of toing and froing. Might be worth investing in maybe leaving one of these trailers up there one day. No one going there. This is good. We should be hitting the highway after rush hour, so I'm sure that'll keep everybody happy. We are, and he's done four or five rows already. What we'll do, I think we'll get some of our new barley out when he's turned around. Just to save popping up earlier, there he is. Just to save popping up that much earlier than we need. Let's turn around here in the trees. Keep as much out of the harvester's way as possible. Shut our engine off for now. There you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite sure what he's trying to do there, but I'm sure he knows best. All machines and tools for our maison are currently on sale. Well, I don't think we need anything from those guys, so that's okay. For now, anyway. Okay, well, let's go and catch up with our friend here. So apologies for the engine noise, but hey. Okay. Fill us up, my good friend. There we go. When we get to the end of this row, I'm going to block him so he stops, because then that way, stop there now. Oh, he's going to try and turn around, is he? No, that's right. Just because then, oh, he's all empty anyway. Okay, well, in that case, we'll get out of his way. You guys there, and I'm going to head down to the shop. So we're going to need a baler. We've got a flat trailer. Not sure there's anything else we need, what implements we need. I'll check that when I'm down there. In fact, I'd better check that going past the farm. So, I'll probably time-lapse the journey down to the shop, and I will see you there. Ta-ta for now. Well, here we are. I noticed a flashing blue symbol on the map there, but whatever it's for, I don't think we have any. Oh, there we go, it is for wool, of which we don't really have enough to sell yet. We only had, let me see, 300 odd litres instead of 1,000, so I don't think they'll take less, but certainly for that amount of money, probably not worth worrying about at the moment. I did check on the way past and realised we haven't actually got anything to lift our balers with, so I thought I'd better get a bale spike, which was why I changed tractors. It's only £600, we'll get that bought. At some point we'll also need a flatbed, but for now I I think we need to sell something first. Baler-wise, we will just be leasing one for now, because they are in the region of £58,000. Nobody needs that. So yes. I'll probably look at a bale collector as well at some point, depending on how many we get. I would quite like a square baler because the round ones just roll everywhere to me, so that will do. I believe that one should do us. That's a wrapper, so that's ridiculous. This one, I believe, will do us square ones, but is quite expensive. The cheapest one is a round one. It may end up being that they do round. We'll go for that one. We should have plenty. Let's check our tractors. 185, that said it needed. The cases are 145, they should be able to fill it. Let's go with that. If it changes, I'll just go back and do it off screen. So there we go. It says it outputs square. There's no real difference between the rounds. That's definitely a round baler and definitely gives you 4,000. So we'll let's go for this one. I don't have enough money, so I won't go for that one. Instead, we'll go for the round ones. There you go. Only 5,000 to lease for that one. I know we can pull it. What about that? Again, too much to lease. Ah, well. In that case, I'll definitely get a bale collector. Otherwise, you could just laugh at me for I don't know how long. So, we will head back up to the field with this, and our new bale spike, which we will need. Going down. But we will most definitely get a flatbed when we've sold some money. I'll probably sell one of those trailers in there we go. I don't really think we'll need two, so I'll probably sell one of those to raise some funds for a flatbed as well, which will be useful later on when we're doing such things as restocking our seed pallets and all of that malarkey, and they're generally good for moving stuff around with too. So, just a quicker way back. Not really, it's as broad as it's long from here to field 8, and I see they've nearly finished up, if not finished already. So, even though it's not a time-lapse, I'll probably time-lapse our way back up there, and I'll see you there. Ta-ta for now. And here we are, back at our new field, in one piece. Somehow. So, you may have seen there, for some reason, I got pulled out in front of on the way out to the shop, and again, on the way back. But anyhow, we also got a note that the harvester was full, so before we start our baling, which is about as exciting as it gets, we'd better go and take our trailers over to them and see what's going on. Let's go external for that. Get both trailers in view. I don't know. See, this field's on a slope as well, so when we're unloading those bales, they could just roll away anywhere. Now that is not going to fit under there, so let's dip it down. That's better. There we go. full in a little while, and then we can move to the second trailer. So there, we paid 64,000 for the field. We're going to get something like 8.5. Check the prices for barley over there on the left, the second column. Just call it 500 quid for 1,000. We'll probably get about 9,000 of that back straight away, possibly even more. Right, so let's let him get on with that job, whilst we get on with baling. There we go, let's keep you guys out of the way. There we go. Well, this is, you don't get a lot of money for the bales, but it is kind of worth doing. It's money you would otherwise be throwing away, and, by just ploughing it back into the field. It certainly just about pays for the, I think this field might just about pay for the hire. So we'll keep hold of the baler and do one of our other fields as well. There we go. There we go. Ooh, let's get that unloaded there. There we go. So let's keep going with that. You can't have baling done by a worker. You have to do it yourself. So it's much more of a hands-on thing, which is very nice indeed. I prefer it from the external view. You need about... There we go. This isn't... this being straw rather than hay, or possibly the other way around, isn't something I can feed to the pigs, the sheep. So I'll probably just be selling this. I might keep. There's plenty of straw in it. There you go. That bale rolled right down to the end of the field. May make it slightly easier to collect if we get them all together, but maybe not. So we'll just be selling these just to raise a bit more cash, recoup some of our outlay from the field itself. Oh, a bit too early. There it is. See how far that one goes. That one hasn't gone at all. That's alright then. Who knows, we may catch up with it later. It's just kind of important to see if they're rolling. You have to race them to try and stop them before they roll into the road, and before you lose it completely. But hey, that beeping starts awfully early. It's the beep to say your bale is nearly ready, which means it just goes on for a long time. There we go, there's another one. Maybe it won't roll as far if I make sure I'm still when I unload. Yes, that didn't roll very far at all. So, 3 first. That was our 4th, wasn't it? It's a cheeky £2,000, really, before we've even tried. So we should certainly, between the fields we've got, they should certainly pay for the hire of the baler, if nothing else. That, I think, is probably about it for this video. I will keep on baling here off camera. There you go, that one crept its way right down to the end of the field without me realising. I'll keep doing this off camera, there is no shortcut, and I shall see you in the next one, which is likely to be a time-lapse, so we'll be doing some more harvesting, I would think, of our own fields. maybe a cheeky bit of selling, depending on how much barley we get out of here. And that will do. So, thank you very much for watching again. Do please give us a like and a subscribe. It would be much appreciated. Any comments, words of wisdom, anything I'm doing wrong in terms of actual farming, I'd also be particularly interested to hear. But for now, I will see you next time with a field full of bales. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye for now. Bye!